Thank you, everyone. Ladies and gentlemen, our next session shines a spotlight on a brand that truly redefining the future of signage and digital print innovation across the globe. And now it gives me immense pleasure to welcome Mr. Kenichiro Seki, Managing Director of Mimaki India Private Limited, to please join us onto the stage. Everybody, please put your hands together. A very warm welcome, sir. I would like to highlight he is one of the world's most respected names in advanced signage and digital print technology. Under his leadership, Mimaki India has been at the forefront of bringing next generation solution to the Indian market, from indoor and outdoor signage to advertising displays, retail branding, textile and packaging applications. So everybody please put your hands together to a visionary leader driving the next wave of print innovation. A very warm welcome, sir.
Good morning, everyone. Am I audible? Yes. Good. So ready? Okay. All right. Thank you, Mr. Naran. It was very good. Makes me relax on the stage now. Thank you very much. And good morning. My name is Ken Seki from Mimaki India. First of all, thank you. Congratulations for the Delhi edition of the Print Indiapreneur. I'm very excited. I'm happy to be here today on this stage. Today's theme is reinventing print possibilities. But first of all, let me briefly introduce our company, Mimaki. So, who are we? So, we're Mimaki. Was founded in Japan in 1975, and we were doing electrical components at the beginning. But we started in 1980s. We developed first cutting plotters, and in 1990s we started producing and developing first inkjet printer. And since then, we started not only in the Japan market, we exported to around the world. And in 2013, we founded our establishment in India. Now today, we have an office in Gurgaon and also in Mumbai. And both places, we have demo centers. And throughout India, we have dealer networks to provide machine consumables and technical service. So what do we do? I think what we can say about the strength of Mimaki is that we have the massive product range for wide applications. Now we do signage, and we do textile, and we do industrials. Yeah, so we are active in different markets. And also, if you look at the machines, we do printers, we do cutting plotters, and we do print and cut. So if you say print and cut, it's one machine which you can do both printing and cutting. And we have roll-to-roll printers, and the size comes in 5 feet, and also we have 10 feet machines. And we also do flatbed printers for the small size A3, A2, and we have big size 4x4 and 4x8. And if you look at the inks, we do eco-solvent and UV for signage. And if you look at textile, it's sublimation, and we do also pigment. But today, I'd like to really focus on signage applications. Yeah, sign and graphics, we do eco-solvent and UV. And in terms of the innovative printing, UV has much more applications. Yes, but let me start a little bit about eco-solvent. Right. The latest models that we have for eco-solvent is JV200 and CJV200. Those two are the entry-level single head 5 feet machines. And JV and CJV, right? CJV has a cutting function as well, so it's a print and cut machine. Right, and the ink that we use on those EcoSolvent EcoSolvent printers is called BS4. Yeah, BS4 is a very high quality, and our customers are very happy about the ink, especially for the quality and its color and outdoor durability. But I really have to be honest, but our ink is not cheap. Yeah, so our customers are using our machine and inks for premium applications or customers who require higher quality. But what we offer, if the customer is not very happy about the ink price, we offer this Mimaki's unique ink saving function or ink saving system. So how does it work? So especially for the dark colors, we usually print not with just black ink, but we use CMY as well. But how can we save ink from this? What we do is cut a little bit of CMY ink and put a little bit more onto black ink. So this will save a little bit of the inks that the total amount of ink will be reduced. And how we do this, you don't really have to do any complex calculations. If you use our RIP software, it's a simple two-step operation. You select ink saving, you put a check mark on ink saving, and you select the level, ink saving level from level 1 to level 5. And how much ink you can save, suppose the left-hand side is original. And level 3 ink saving will save you about 29% of the ink. And the level 5 will save you 43% of the ink. Of course, this depends on the image file or the actual color that you require, but this is roughly an idea about how much ink you will be able to save. And I don't want to say that this works on any type of image files, because saving ink means sacrificing a little bit of color. So depending on the image file or depending on the job, you can apply this function. Right, these are the range of our EcoSolvent printers. On the left-hand side is our latest entry-level machines, 200 series. And on the one on the top is just a printer, and the one on the bottom is a print and cut machine. And in the middle one is a JB330, which is our mid-range. And as you can see, this machine and the ink BS4 has been approved by 3M for their MCS warranty. So this is also one of the ways that our printer can be used for example, longer durability of the signage. And the one on the right is SWJ. This is a 10-feet machine, EcoSolvent. So basically, those are our little bit of EcoSolvent printer introduction. Now let me go down to UV printing, which is a lot more interesting. Right, so what's good about UV printing? So one of the biggest differences between UV and EcoSolvent is that one of the things is the media versatility. Right, so basically if you want to use EcoSolvent, then the media has to have the ink receiving layer, which means the ink goes inside the media surface. But UV ink, it stays on top of the media surface, which means you don't have to select the media with ink receiving layer. And also, you can say you can do a lot more with the UV ink. For example, you can print layers if you use UV ink. So that's where the UV ink is becomes more interesting. Yeah, so with our printing system, you can go from 1 layers up to 5 layers. Okay, each layer, just a brief introduction. So if you go with one layer, that is usually printing on one color or one white layer or one varnish on a surface. So because you don't have to have the ink receiving layer, you can print on uncoated paper, for example. And if you want to print on transparent material, then it's also good to print white layer on top of the transparent material. And transparent material is good for glass decoration. That's a very good application. And if you look at two layers, it's basically a color plus white, or white plus color, or color plus varnish. With these two layers, you can print on colored material, colored paper. And when you do that, you basically use white layer first, and then print color layer on top of it. And again, if you want to use the transparent material, I mean, it's the same story. You print white layer first and color layer on top of it. Or depending on the application, you can print color layer first and white layer on top of it. That's also a good application for glass decoration. Right. When it's 3 layers, and this works especially for backlit. When we say 3 layers, it's usually color, white, and color. Why this is good for backlit? And this, I'm showing the samples of 1 layer and 2 layers. And 1 layer, if the light is off, then it looks okay. But if you turn on the light, then the color just fades because of the light. And if it's 2 layers, when the light is on, it looks okay. But if you turn off the light, the image will it will look too dark. So what happens with 3 layers, because there is a white layer between the color layers, even if you turn off the light, you can see the good color because the white layer blocks the second layer. And if you turn on the light goes through the white layer, so you can get the desired image, color density. So if you use 3 layers, it's good even with light and without light. So this is about 3 layers. And 4 layers, this is getting a little bit more interesting because 4 layers, this is color, white, gray, and color. So this gray is the key in this application. Look at this one. When you turn off the light, the dress is white. When you turn on the light, the dress becomes red. How this works is like this. So again, there are 4 layers. So color 1, white, gray, and color 2. Yeah, again, this gray layer is the key in this application. So let's say we turn off the light. Okay? If you turn off the light, because of this gray layer, the color in the color 2 layer is blocked. So you don't see the color in the color 2, the bottom layer. Okay? When you turn on the light, the gray layer is not dark enough to block completely the colors of the color 2. So the light goes through color 2 and through the gray layer, and you can see color 2 through color number 1. Once again, when the light is off, the gray layer blocks the color 2, so you don't see the color 2. Yeah? When the light is on, you see the color 2 through color 1. So this is an example, an architecture of day and night. So on the left one is light off, on the right one is light on. So by using this technique, I think the brand owners can offer something, not just the print, but something different from the, for example, digital signage, right? So we might be able to call it a kind of an interactive signage. So we let the user, we let the customer interact with the signage. They can turn off the light, turn on the light, and see the differences between these two, for example. And this, another sample is the car. So when the light is off, you just see the color. When you turn on the light, you see the components of the color. So this is another example. And using a similar technique, this type of effect is also possible. When you turn on the light, you see different, hidden image. And we call this technique, it's a watermark print. Yeah? Right, okay, so in the same context, making it possible to touch the surface of the print, it might be one of the ways to improve the customer experience. So we call it 2.5D printing. It's not really a 3D printing, it's 2.5D. So basically you create a texture on the printed surface. So on our software, we have 2.5D texture maker to print a texture on a roll-to-roll printing system. So experiencing the signage physically it might give the more engagement to the brand. Right, so let me go back to the layer discussion. So we came to 1, 2, 3, 4, and this is 5-layer printing. And this is good for glass application or transparent material. So we call it front and back. Basically, you can print different image on the front side and the back side. Okay, and this works with a color white, black, white and color like this. So again, this black layer is the key because black layer completely blocks the colors of the color 1 and the color 2. That's why you can print totally different images for color 1 and color 2. And it works like this. On the one on the left is the view from inside a cafe. You can see like a Wi-Fi password, for example. And if you go out, from the outside, it's a completely different image. And you can see the coffee and some fruits advertisement. So you don't have to print two different sign and put them together. You can print on a single file. Right, so these are our range of 5 feet UV printers. And one on the left is entry level UJV 100, and one in the middle and right. Those are UCJB 300 and 330 series. Those two, they are print and cut. So there are additional features to those machines. As you can see, UJB 100 on the left, it has only up to 3 layers. Okay, and UCJB 300, you can do up to 5 layers. And if you go to UCJB 330, on top of that, you can do 2.5D printing. So UCJB 330 is our flagship printer for 5 feet UV printing system. Okay, so that was basically the roll-to-roll printer, but we also do flatbed printers. So let me briefly discuss what we can do on the flatbed printers on top of what I have already explained. Right, so because it's a flatbed, the substrate stays on top of the table, so we have more freedom to, for example, make more layers. So with the flatbed printers, additional applications are available, and they are, I mean, this is again 2.5D printing. As you can see, with our latest model, you can go up to about 5 mm thickness. This is on the image on the left, and on the right is the making a replica of oil painting. That's also one of the good applications that now it's going out. And of course, we can do braille and using a similar technique, but we have special profiles to make brailles. And this year, we have sold some machines only for this braille applications. And these are our range of UV printers, and they are small size, from A3 and A2 and a 28 by 20 inch. And these are the larger models, JFX series, JFX 200 series. One is 4 by 4 and the other is 4 by 8. And our flagship machine is called JFX 600, and that comes 4 by 8, and this is more for a production machine. Yeah, and most of those machines that I explained in today's session, they are available in our demo centers in Gurgaon or Mumbai. So you are very much welcome to come to our demo center and see the machine actually with your own eyes. And of course, the samples today, I explained the samples, the functions, and they are available outside this room with the actual printed samples, so you are very much welcome to see those. And thank you very much. And if you are interested in, our machines, if you scan this QR code, directly invites you to the Q&A session page of the website. Right, thank you very much for your time. And if you have any questions, I'm happy to answer. Anyone? Huh? No? If anyone? There's a gentleman over there.
Hello. Very nice detailing on the machinery part and explaining the details. My question to you is regarding the UV3 layer, so which you showed us. That same material can have two types of color changing. So how the light material will be at back side and the fabric will be on front side. This way it will work, and then light need to be switched on and switched off to change the colors of the material.
Yes.
Like for me, I am into mobile industries, and so I want to understand if I have a single mobile which I offer in 3 different colors, or we can say 2 different colors for 3 layer. So, and I am putting a single standee of 3 by 6 in front of the stores. So how it will work? So I need to also technically functional that particular equipment, that light need to be switch on and switch off every 5 seconds. this way it will work, or we have a different type of materials?
Okay, to have we call it day and night printing, or color changing, and it always required light. And to see the difference, you have to turn on the light, turn off the light. This is the key.
And the last option which you showed us for the 5-layer.
Yeah.
So because there is a blackout between the layers, so front have different creative and back have a different creative.
Yes.
So for the daytime it will be visible, but for the night we have to front lit both side, right?
Well, it doesn't have to do with lighting. It's simply front side, back side, different image.
Yes.
You don't see through.
In the night time, when person is going outside, visiting from outside from the roadside and seeing the stores, so we have to front lit the media to lit.
If I can get into it, so that's a 3-layer printing where you have two creatives just to create a day and night effect. So at day, the light is coming from front. So you see that creative. Say a whole day is happening. मतलब एक पूरा building है जिसके background में आपको light दिख रही है, मतलब दिन दिख रहा है. At night वो एक creative है. At night जब पीछे से ये have a backlit, then you can see the night effect. आपका उस building के पीछे रात दिख रही है. वो second creative होगा. But आपको क्या लगेगा कि यहाँ पे दो creative use हो रहे हैं. For a designer will make two creatives, one of day and one of night. And when in day the front light is working, and at night the backlit is working. So that is basically, that depends upon the people, and that creative needs to be say overlay on each other. Only the difference will be the clouds and that area.
Thank you. I love to visit the demo center. Thank you.
Yes, and the samples are available outside this room, so please come and see.
Perhaps I'm an odd man out in this group. I am from branding side more of, and I'm a business consultant. I work with the companies like Osram and all, so I know about how the lighting can create the impact to the and can increase the visual appeal. But one thing, just I request you to empower me in terms of what the 4-layer lights, filtration and all that you explained in couple of your slides. So that could be beneficial to me to create a strategical impact to the branding part which I'm taking care of. So I just request your team to just help me out in getting that information. That's all. I believe that I'm clear with what I said. That 4-layer of filtration you talked about.
The gray layer.
Gray layer, white layer, and all those things.
Yes.
So that could be a good tool to create an impact and a visual appeal before it goes to the print. From the branding side I'm talking of.
Yes, and I'm sorry, I'm not getting your question.
My question is, I am from the branding side. My responsibility is to create the impact, right? And print is one of the medium to create an impact. You talked about that 4-layer, the outcome which you are creating because of the 4-layer, right? So I just wanted to have some insights of those 4-layer, how it can help me to create the required impact to my audience through your team.
Sure.
Yeah.
I think Mimaki team can help in terms of sampling.
Yes.
The only thing that I want to basically take care of, like I understand brand's perspective here.
Yes.
The only thing here, the substrate that you are using is going to be a clear substrate where light can pass.
Okay.
For any layering work, be it a 3-layer, 4-layer or 5-layer, you need to have a substrate, the clear film or say acrylic, clear acrylic, where light can pass on.
Okay.
So for any layer printing, that's must. Anything say that's basically covered about 2.5D, that's basically a textured print. That can be done on any media, say it's sunboard, that does not require a pass of light. When you talk about 4-layer or something like that, that can be achieved only on the substrate like clear film Say for example, you are seeing one creative at one side and other creative on other side. So for example, you are doing something for a store or a office. A glass door where one printing is showing from one side and other printing is or other creative is visible on the other side. That can be achieved on 4-layer because that is a clear print. So you can see that creative, again that creative will be printed on only one surface, but that will be visible on outside. So for any layering work to be showcased where two creatives are used, you need to have a substrate that is clear.
I just want to understand, like, hi, I'm Akash, I'm from Titan Watches. Just wanted to understand how this, is there a challenge in application of this LED, which is, like what you said, like a thing which is visible during the daytime and something which is visible during the night time from inside. So the application, is there a challenge, and how are we managing the pasting? Because if you paste it on a single surface and it is visible from both the ends.
So nothing is being pasted. For this application basically come on UV printing. That is directly printed on one side. For example, there is a, for visual machai, for example, Titan watches. You want to showcase ki one color is coming at one time, other color is coming once light is opened. So just to give an example, for there is a, you can visibly see a car bonnet. You want to see the inside of that car bonnet. Now here we have two creatives, right? One is visible when light is not on. Once you insert the light, like light is on, you can see the bonnet inside.
So it will only work for lit media, not for non-lit medias.
No, any media that can pass the light.
So how are we doing the application? Let's say I have to put a
So on the
creative a
designers
glass.
or brands perspective, you just need to create two types of creatives.
Okay.
I have done one sampling for Lava for that. That was again, there was one black and white creative that was being visible. When we were thinking of lighting it on Diwali, there is an effect. So it is like on-off system. So that needs to be done is like two creatives were used. One was black and white, one was colored. One was visible when there was no light. Black and white creative was visible and other was visible on this. On technical part, how it's printed, that media, acrylic media has been put, that has been printed one side and that can be easily used.
It can't be directly used, let's say, like a normal vinyl, like an eco-solvent, like where we print it and put it on the glass. So you have to put it on a surface for this technique, right? That is
So
what
you need to print on glass or acrylic for that.
So we can't do it a direct application on the store.
Vinyl is, we're going to pass light through a vinyl.
That is what
Yeah.
I'm trying to
Yeah.
understand. So we have to have a media first and then we can
Yes.
implement it.
So many of the brands like Chroma or say even like any phone brand or something, they are using it. They are using it acrylic sandwiches where basically a light box or something where they are using directly printed on acrylic. They are not using vinyl in that part.
So my concern is that I have an existing facade. I have a glass which is already there in the store. But I want to use the same technique. So can I print it and paste it like the way it is shown there?
There is no pasting.
There's no
So
way.
again, how SEG came on board? पहले SEG नहीं था. अभी SEG कैसे आया? क्योंकि वो facade ही change करना पड़ा.
Exactly. So
For
that is what-
me being like I am marketing UV printing or similar technologies in 2018, I think sir can also.
So that is like the
Yeah.
exactly.
So
That is
yes.
the thing I am trying to understand.
So that is where you print on optical clear vinyl, self adhesive, and paste it on your glass or
That is
wherever.
one way of doing it. Got it. Thank you. Exactly. Understood. Understood. Thank you.
Any other questions?
All good? Thank you very much.